Hi, I'm here again to talk about my first book, which is called
The Seventh Blessing!
The Seventh Blessing, yes.
My mommy Loto and the video Loto!
Thank you, Wyatt. Yes. So, this is one of my biggest fans here. I don't pay him or anything, but I do feed him, so, that kind of wins allegiance. So, I was going to read you guys a part of my first book, The Seventh Blessing. I didn't pay him to do that either. And this portion happens at the very beginning of the story after Samantha is born and her fairy godmother Talia goes into the blessing ceremony room with Queen Adelaide. Suddenly, Talia heard raised voices as the chamber doors opened and then slammed closed. She raised her finger to her lips and crept forward, pulling the drapes so they were completely hidden. She placed her hand on the dagger hanging from her belt. I hope this is not an assassination or kidnap attempt, Talia thought, gripping the dagger's hilt as she peeked through a gap in the drapes. She relaxed when she saw it was just Osric and Elin. Why must they argue all the time? Once King Bennet made Elin his war advisor, Osric felt the need to tell Elin how to do his job effectively. He also demanded that Elin come to him before going to the king regarding matters of state. Talia attempted to intercede when she could, but she was tired of being the mediator. She edged closer to hear their conversation without alerting them of her presence. All I'm saying is it's not too bad the child is not a boy, Osric insisted. Yes, that may be so, but we still must give the child proper blessings. I do not know why you had to follow me in here. I wanted some time alone to think of the best gifts, but now I have lost my concentration, Elin complained as he crossed the room, standing just a few feet from the curtains surrounding the dais. Talia noticed Elin's dark hair was beginning to silver at his temples, giving him a distinguished look. He was tall for a fairy, standing 4 inches taller than Osric. He maintained his strong looks even with spending so much time outdoors in the sun and wind. His wide shoulders gave evidence of his strength from working with the knights in the king's service. His silver eyes wrinkled at the corners when he smiled, causing both fairy and human girls to swoon. Talia held her breath, but she knew that they would not be able to hear her if their volume increased, as it tended to do. She just hoped they would not wake the sleeping princess. Well, I had a long list of blessings to give to the child. If it were male, Osric boasted. His thin chest puffed out as he stood toe-to-toe with Elin. I'm sure your list was not as long or detailed as mine, Elin responded, his shimmer glowing brightly as he stared down at the older fairy. I would have given the gift of determination. Whatever the child set out to do, it would be carried out to the end, Osric said proudly, his own forehead giving off a faint glow. I would give the gift of courage. He would never back down from a fight. That is a great gift, Elin nodded, pleased with himself. Courage, please, Osric's voice rose as he circled around Elin. I have more helpful gifts for a leader. I would give the gift of obligation, so that he would always help those in need. Next would be quick reflexes. A soldier values things like that, Elin smirked as he crossed his thick arms over his chest. Osric's eyes narrowed. A scholar would appreciate the gift of learning language easily. Much more useful, I would say. But then I am a learned man. His silver eyes flashed to Elin, daring him to go on in this war of words. Talia turned to roll her eyes at Queen Adelaide, but instead she noticed the charm quill moving across the scroll. What is happening? Talia thought, perplexed at the sight. She hurried to the table, and when she realized what was happening, her face lost its color. Think, Talia, what would Mother have done? She would have had the immediate remedy and would not be hesitating, losing precious time. I never should have taken this position as Addie's advisor. The most important day of Samantha's young life, and I cannot even think properly. But I cannot walk away and leave this mess unsorted. I cannot fail the princess now. Talia frantically ran through the spells she had spent most of her life memorizing, pulling out a loose strand of hair. If I simply charm them into silence, might that silence charm also affect the princess? Anything spoken is quite dangerous. What can I do to stop this? What gift can I give her? These blessings can destroy her if she's not strong enough to bear them. A gift of strength? No, someone else might use that to control her. Suddenly, Talia remembered a blessing her mother used to say many years ago. Words from her mother's diary came to her, words from the language of the ancients. Talia recited them in her mind as hope bubbled up in her chest. A soldier would appreciate the gift of handling any weapon with skill and dexterity. As a learned man, I do not expect you to understand what good gifts are, Elin spoke mockingly to Osric. Talia watched the quill write the 6th blessing down. She leaned toward the quill and spoke clearly in the tongue of the ancients, hoping the words were correct, hoping they would register before Ostric's response to Elend's comment came through, hoping that the tiny princess sleeping next to her wouldn't have a future filled with tragedy. The seventh blessing glistened up at her dazzlingly. So that's an excerpt from chapter 1. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully I'll read more to you guys later if you want me to. If you don't like the way I read, please let me know so I won't make any more of these reading vlogs. But that is my book, The Seventh Blessing, and it is on sale. Yeah. Cool. Thank you. If, a 5-year-old thinks it's cool, I mean, come on, you guys. You know, 5-year-olds know what's up. So there you go. And you can get it online, Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. You can get it through my publisher's website, TLT Publishing. And anywhere indie bookstores, they sell it too.
Not TNT.
Right, not TNT. What's TNT?
Dynamite.
Right, it's not Dynamite. It's The Little Things Publishing. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Again, my 5-year-old, he knows things.
Don't type in TNT. Type Kaboom.
Yes, because kaboom.
You would get maybe Dynamite. I don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Yeah, these things happen. Yeah.
But I had a laptop.
Yes, he just got a kid's laptop, a Leapfrog laptop for his birthday. So he's very excited to have a laptop just like Mama has. And he set up his little desk area in his room just like Mama with a little lamp and a chair. And he wrote down Wyatt's working table. So he's hard at work on his laptop doing his ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. Anyway, that was off track. Back to the book. So that's book 1. Book 2 is coming out beginning of summer, June-ish, 2012.
Working on book 3 right now.
And I'm working on book 3 right now. That is true. Book 2 is called The Hidden Blessing, and it's about Samantha's daughter. So read this one first so you know what's happening in book 2.
Yeah.
And then you can read book 3 when that comes out next year.
Don't read it. Don't read it about video games.
Don't read about video games?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only play them.
Only play them. Well, there you go.
But after this video and the golden videos.
After this video, you're going to show some videos?
Video games.
Video games. Oh, yes. Second to my kids liking books, they like video games. So it's a healthy balance there, and I play with them, so it's very fun. Legend of Zelda. We have Super Mario Bros. 3 on our Wii, so kicking it old school like that.
Mario Kart.
And Mario Kart.
The most exciting thing what you need to buy.
Yes, they love Mario Kart. So that's the most often played game, I think, here at our house. Anyway, again, off track. So, read books, because books are awesome. And then you can play video games. But read first, because reading is for awesome people. And I hope you guys are awesome. There you go.
And then play video games, and then play books.
And then read books?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Bye.